Hello. Hi. Welcome in. Hi, Bobok. Hi, Cat. It's been a long time since I last touched this game. Hello. I remember that this game wasn't scary at all. I tried to go back and look through the VODs to remind myself what the hell this game is about, and I have to say that I kinda remember the things. I can't say that I remember 100% with all the characters, but I kinda remember the story. Right. There's like two policemen, there's a private investigator, a mom who's trying to find out who in the world killed her son or something like that. And there's two schoolgirls or something. Listen, it's about curses. And that's basically this game. I have a very... This is no longer talking about this game, but I have a very, very tentative streaming schedule that I've given myself. Whether it will work or not really depends on me. Since I'm the streamer who's trying to stream. But I have a very, very tentative streaming schedule. I've actually set dates for the rest of this month. I kind of set dates for the rest of this month. It's like stream one day and off the other, you know, alternative days. I'm trying to keep myself busy because I'm still a need, you know? Hello, program speed, but not today. No, you're still speed. You literally came by the moment we said hello. So you're still speed. So I have a very, very tentative streaming schedule. For this week, today, right, is Paranormasight. I'm trying to finish the games that are on my backlog. You know, those games that I played like 2 to 3 streams and then I never finished them. I'm trying to finish them. And I know it's been a really long time, so probably nobody ever remembers where or what I've done until, but it's okay. I still want to finish them, so it's okay. I'm just doing it for myself. So this week, we have Paranormasight. And I'm still kinda addicted to Dave the Diver, so next stream would most likely be Dave the Diver, alright, on Thursday. And then on Saturday, we will go back to Pocket Mirror, because I have not finished that game as well. And I think for next week that I've set for myself is again Paranormasight, because I'm trying to finish the game. There's Paranormasight, I think Eastwards. What else? I don't remember. But so this week, streaming will most likely be on, well, today, you know, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and then next week's will be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I think. I only gave myself 3 days. Will I follow it? I don't know. I didn't set a time because I felt like every time I set a timing to stream, I get really, really stressed. when it gets close to that time, I get really, really stressed. So this is like, it's a schedule, somewhat. A schedule with no time slots. I stream on that day at whatever time I want. Maybe then I'll follow my own streaming schedule that I gave myself. But yeah, that's about it. And then any streams on any other day that's not on the schedule is just gonna be random things. If I felt like, I don't know, sharing drawing, I'll just do it. You know, those kind of deal. If not, then you should see me on those days. You should. It's tentative. You know, it's just tentative, okay? It's tentative. His name, you can't see because I'm blocking it, but it's Richter Kai. I don't remember him anymore. Persons of interest. Shogo Okie, the first guy we played as that died. We don't know his curse cycle. It's about curses. This girl, Yoko, she's also dead. Well, she was dead, and then Shogo did something, and then she didn't die. So I don't know. Oh, this is the one of the characters we're currently playing as. Right. This is her child. Private investigator. Is the policeman. Do I remember them? Policeman. I don't remember this guy. Is he dead? I don't remember. There's a lot of people who are dead in this game. I don't remember her at all. This is one of the students. This is the occult student. I don't know who this is. I think this is Yako's friend, who's dead. Yankee girl. Oh, that's a teacher. I don't remember a lot of people. Yeah, it's fine. Probably remember. Who is this? A perpetrator of brutal killings. Oh, he's a murderer. Wait. No. I don't wanna redo the thing. How to play? I'm good. Do I remember everything? No, I don't. There's a gem out here. Stones. It's basically about all things. Okay. He tells me he barely slept last night and yet he seems to be brimming with energy. Was I too that resilient at his age? Perhaps it's what sets apart a detective from the rest. I don't know about that. We should avoid Hihaku for the time being. It'll be a pain if I have to deal with Takumi again. Who is who? Who is what? It's been so long. How interesting that the queen of Hihaku, or the witch, whatever she is trying to get her hands on the right of resurrection. Right! Everything is about the resurrection. Now I kinda remember. It's like some kind of dark fairy tale. Regardless of what is or isn't true, we must stay one step ahead. Everybody is trying to use the curse to like freaking revive somebody they love or something like that. Where am I supposed to go? What am I doing? Let's go to the park, I guess. We're here. This is Midoricho Park. Okay. It's always heartwarming to see children playing in the park. Which sure seems to like kids, perhaps because they're on the same wavelength. You're trying to tell him that he's very childish, that's what you're trying to say. No pressure to stream, it makes it more enjoyable when you are also wanting to stream. Yeah, it is trying to be more productive, somehow, one way or another. What a waste of time, we should move on quickly. What? Okay, so I'm not supposed to be here. Who is that? Just one child in this park. Okay. Do we go to the high school? This is Komagata High School. I guess there haven't been any developments. Okay. He appears to be wary of those police officers. Maybe the police really do have something against private investigators, just like in those detective novels. It seems the officers are still inspecting the scene. Entry has been strictly prohibited. Okay. Michio's home. I'd expect her family might be able to tell us more, but it's a hard topic to bring up so soon after her suicide. However, it's normal for a high school girl to keep things hidden from her parents, especially if it involves criminal activity. Okay, so I'm supposed to go to the house? It's been too long, I don't remember the story much. How did it go? I went to visit Michio Shiraishi's family home, however. No one seemed to be there. I got no answer at the door, and all the lights were out. It seems to have been empty for a while now. There was a stack of newspaper out front. I've never liked these messy and cluttered back streets. They give me the jitters every time. It's reassuring to have someone as strong and tall as Witcher accompanying me. He looks so unfazed. I suppose a detective is used to this kind of thing, always investigating and chasing criminals. I wouldn't be cut out for it. That's why you're a housewife, you know? I don't understand why no one's come to this house even after Michio committed suicide. I wonder if this place is okay. What do you mean? Are you trying to say that it's haunted? Is there ghosts? I don't think there's ghosts in this game. I already read that. It's a bit quieter over here. It's a residential area after all. All these run-down row houses really scream working class, don't they? Okay. Is that all? Is that... Really now? Nothing. Okay. Go back to the school. Still no developments. The news has attracted a bunch of curious onlookers, huh? That works in our favor. The more people around, the better we can blend in. Yeah? Lots of curious onlookers. Only like 2 people around. The Hihaku Soap's headquarters are on the other side of South Warigesui Street. Alright, I've been here, but in the meantime we should be off somewhere else. There's no reason to stick around here any longer. I've been going around. Literally only 3 other places to go to, and literally only 3 other places to go to, and I don't know where else to go, man. What do you want from me? Talk. Social connections run deep in working class areas like this place, so I decided to talk to the locals. I met a few nice old ladies who were kind enough to give me the scoop. Turns out the Shiraishi's reputation really went down the dumps this past year. Is that so? I'll give you the quick summary. They moved here about 3 years ago. Their previous residence was in a better part of town. Michio's father died in a car accident, leaving behind just the 2 of them. Michio's mom, Toshiko, now a single mother, relocated here. At first, they got along with their neighbors, many of which were in similar situations, helping and being helped in return. So far so good? What happened? Well, as I said, their reputation began to go downhill about a year ago. A man recognized as Toshiko's common-law husband had moved into the household. His name was apparently Kankichiro Iwai. Neighborhood gossip is something else. Somehow everyone knew his name. So what of this Iwai character? He was apparently a vulgar fellow with a criminal record. He was prone to violent outbursts. The neighbors often heard screams and shouting coming from the home. The neighbors took particular notice of Toshiko's screams, pleading with him to not hit Michio. That's terrible. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, every night the neighbors also began to hear an eerie chanting. Through this, the Shiraishi's standing in the neighborhood plummeted rapidly. Toshiko was often seen covered in bruises and wounds. She stopped responding to her neighbors. She would just turn the other way when greeted. They kept their storm shutters closed even during the day and effectively shut themselves away from the entire community. That sounds horrible. Why didn't the police step in and do something? Unfortunately, under our current laws, the police aren't allowed to get involved with domestic disputes. That's awful. And then Michio reportedly killed herself. Things only got worse with Iwai, and Toshiko was admitted to the hospital for physical and mental abuse. Ever since, Iwai hasn't returned to the home. Many locals expressed sympathy for Michio's circumstances, but just as many were fed up with the Shiraishis entirely and seemed relieved that things finally quieted down again. It seems that they were still considered outsiders even after 3 years of living here. I don't understand it. Why would Toshiko have gotten involved with such a brutish good-for-nothing in the first place? I've heard many stories where one partner's personality does a complete turn after entering a relationship. After her first husband's death, Toshiko's financial situation had also taken a turn for the worse. She was determined to send her daughter to a good high school. It's possible she fell victim to sweet promises. Life can be tough, I suppose. You don't seem moved by the story, ma'am. That's fine. People have all kinds of stories. Okay. Kankichiro Iwai. So from where do you get his picture from? Okay. Oh, so you came here too. What is it? Ah. It's the policeman. Could you repeat what you know one more time for me, Richard? Oh. Okay. Fancy sushi. I wanna call that fancy sushi. Resume. Here? It seems like Michio's house is at the end of this road. We don't want to intimidate them, so maybe I should go alone. Alright, I'll go check the house. It's quiet. This place is normally pretty lively, full of people coming and going. But it seems like everyone's decided to stay inside because of the recent incidents. Good idea. Ariel's off checking the Shiraishi household. I'll just wait till he gets back. Okay. So the Shiraishi household. There's a chance that Michio didn't actually kill herself. It might be for the best that we didn't find her parents. Oh. Oh, you're back. No luck, boss. No one home? Doesn't look like it. I knocked for a while, but nobody came to the door. I glanced in the windows, but there was no sign of activity inside either. And I saw about 3 newspapers stuffed into their mailbox. Ariel looks kind of disappointed. Okay. Looks like no one's home right now. Let's try again later. Not much we can do if they're not home. Let's go somewhere else for now. Okay, we're going to go somewhere else again. Move around. What? Suddenly VGen. Here we are, Komagata High. Classes are suspended for the day, so the students are just kinda wandering around aimlessly. Is there something on my shirt? Don't tell me I stink! The news of the dead teacher has also attracted a fair share of rubber necklace. The atmosphere is kinda tense with this many cops around. The school gate will stay locked with the forensics while the forensics inspects the scene of the incident. Looks like they're still busy. Let's talk to the person in charge later. So, a teacher died. I completely forgot about this. Ideally, we could talk to someone who was involved in the incident. Easier said than done, though. Okay, is that... Well, this place isn't only connected to the case because the students were under Yoshimi's jurisdiction. It's also the site of the Fool's procession, and of course where that teacher was killed. Seems like a likely place to find some clues, don't you think? Yeah? Alright, speaking of schools. What is it? You said paranormal affairs can't help us right now. So why don't we get that physics high schooler you mentioned to help us? A lot of the people involved in this case lead back to the school anyway, so it might make things easier to have them with us. Poor guy who questions me on the legality of working with them. You sure seem eager to exploit underage labor. Hey, who said anything about exploiting them? I just want to give our young experts the opportunity to shine. When did you become such a smooth talker? Anyway, I'm afraid I don't know where they are. Oh, I see. I wonder if there's anyone who could help us scout out the area. Suspend. And then we move on to the girls, yes. I think we were talking to Hitomi Okuda. Go to school, I suppose? It's 8 AM, so it's an hour earlier than the policeman. Huh? I thought it's unusually noisy. There's a big group of people and police in front of the school. Did something happen? If the police are here, then something must have. I'll go ask. Thanks. This isn't good. Huh? What happened? Don't panic, okay? The first teacher who came to work this morning found something. Okay? Mr. Jonochi was found dead in the middle of the school grounds. Oh, what? You're closing the school for today. Oh, no school. But that's not all. I didn't know this either since I didn't watch the morning news, but rumors are spreading that a number of bodies were found nearby. What? There's no way! Why? Could it be because of the curse? We don't know enough to say. From what I've heard, Mr. Jonochi's body was in the middle of the grounds. But his body was covered in bruises, like he'd fallen from somewhere high. Weird. Taking into account his unnatural death and the timing, it's very likely it has something to do with the curse. You're saying someone used their curse on him last night? Seems like it, doesn't it? But that's so scary! Well, you know, it's curse. Yeesh, so the curses really do kill people. And someone used it! Shh, keep your voice down, okay? What will happen if another curse member hurt you? Sorry. I wish we had a little more information, but they've locked up the front gate. Maybe we could sneak in through the back entrance. That person over there. Isn't that Hitomi Okuda? You're right, that's unusual. Oh, but she was at the school last night too. She must know something about Mr. Jonochi. Let's see what she has to say. Oh, Mio, wait for me! Did I go through this already? I don't know. I think so. I remember talking to her. Huh. So you're telling me the two of you were the ones at the school last night. No sense hiding it then. Plus, I owe you one, Mio. I'll tell you everything I know. Thank you. She owes you? Oh, yeah. Right after I transferred here, there was a bit of trouble. She gave me one of those, what was it? Oh, exorcisms? Huh, so that's what it was. Did you hear about Mr. Jonochi? Heard about it? I've known about it since last night. I saw that asshole bite it on the school grounds myself. What? You saw it happen? Tell us about it. What happened exactly? I read that in the wrong sequence. Don't really know myself. It was pitch black. What I can tell you... It was almost dawn, probably around 3. He started freaking out all of a sudden, ran out onto the ground like something was chasing him, then screamed. Ugh! Somebody help me! Forgive me, Michio! Or something like that while he was running around. Michio? He mentioned Michio? Was there anyone else out on the grounds? It was too dark to see from where I was. But for just a second, I think I saw a girl in a school uniform with her hair in braids. Oh? I didn't go out to make sure, so it could have been nothing for all I know. Then I heard him begging for his life like I was wrong and I'll do anything. Then all of a sudden his arms and legs snapped, even though he was just standing there. His arms and legs broke without anything being done to him? He fell over and quit moving, so I thought I'd better get out of here. I mean there. Then he croaked. That's all I saw. I see. But from what you've told us, it almost sounds like Michio's ghost chased down Mr. Jonochi and killed him. Hell if I know anything about that. I'm just telling you what I heard him say. Hey. You tell that story to the police? Nope, and I ain't gonna. Can't count on them for shit. Not like they'd believe such an insane story anyways. Right. But there must be at least one person in the police worth trusting, right? Yeah, I guess. There was this one cop who always got on my case about stuff. But he died just the other day. Oh, he did? I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone who gets involved with me ends up dead. Maybe I really am cursed. Pisses me off. You've got it all wrong. The spirit that possessed you wasn't that kind of spirit. Huh? It wasn't? Yeah, this was just an unfortunate coincidence. Though I'm sure that was hard enough for you. He told me, were you possessed by some kind of evil spirit? I don't understand it all too well myself. What I can say for sure is... thanks to Mio, the weird symptoms that were happening to me all went away. Yep, some people are born with a natural sensitivity to the paranormal. They tend to end up isolated, so they struggle to relate to the people around them. They also tend to draw spirits to themselves naturally. This can cause strange symptoms they don't understand, like headaches, muscle stiffness, and hallucinations, even memory problems. I'm sure it must have been very hard. So that's how it works, huh? Do people also have their personality taken over when possessed too? It is possible with spirits who have a very close relationship to their target, like a sibling or parent child. But you almost never heard about people being taken over completely. It's when the two parties aren't in sync that those negative effects can start to appear. So the seances or whatever you see on TV are all bogus? Not quite. There are mediums and diviners? Diviners? I don't know how to read that word. Who can align their minds with the spirits they call. Though there are people on TV who are just putting on a performance. Huh. There are people who in life had extremely powerful spirit sense or a deep connection with the person. But even they shouldn't be able to completely take over the person they possess. And even if they could, it'd only be enough to pressure them to choose certain behaviors that wouldn't be unusual for them to do on their own to begin with. But if that's the case, wouldn't you not know if you were choosing that behavior of your own will or not? Hence why there are lots of cases where people don't even realize they're possessed. Though the spirit may influence the behavior and memories of the host, the deeper their connection in life, the easier it is for that to occur. I see. Getting possessed by a spirit is pretty complicated, huh? It must have been tough for you being possessed for so long, he told me. Huh. Whatever might happen to me doesn't make any difference. Me being able to see spirits and stuff has nothing to do with how things ended up like this. Yeah, it's not like being able to see them is your fault either. The same goes for me. Maybe it's just something we have to live with. I think you have a knack for it yourself, Yako. I bet you could see them too with a little training. I think I might pass. I feel like I've definitely read this before. I'm going take a nap for now. Have a good nap, sleep well. He told me last night before you witnessed Mr. Jonochi collapse. Can I ask what he and you were doing in the classroom? You gonna tell the cops? Oh, right. With everything that happened with Mr. Jonochi. They'll suspect you if we told them we saw you with him that night. Anytime something happens with someone like me, all those shitty adults start jumping to conclusions. I understand. I won't tell them. You wouldn't have been able to kill him anyway. If you say so, then I don't mind telling you about it. So last night, that piece of shit Jonochi called me over here, acting like he was gonna attack me or something. What? How terrible. Whatever. I'm glad he's dead. He had it coming. Calling people worthless and a cancer on society when he doesn't know shit about them. That asshole was the one always acting like scum if you ask me. Is that so? Could you tell us in more detail why he called you out in the middle of the night? It's hard to explain. Where to start? What do you mean by Mr. Jonochi acting like scum? Was he doing something bad? You know Michio Shiraishi, right? The girl who killed herself? Huh? Michio? I don't know everything, but that creep of a teacher had some dirt on her. And he was using it to blackmail her, call her up after school and make her do whatever he wanted. What? What do you mean when you say whatever he wanted? I'll leave it to your imagination. Nothing that a couple model students like you would ever get involved in. No way. That's how? What do you mean by dirt? I don't know anything about this. How could I not have known about this? Yako, I know how you feel, but try to calm down. You got guts acting like you were her friend. Jonochi really did a number on both Michio's body and soul. She probably felt she couldn't tell anyone, like she had to suffer alone. No, how terrible. You told me, how do you know about this? I just happened to walk in on it. I know the spots around school people go to when they want to stay out of sight. He went off in a panic when I yelled at him asking what he was doing. Walked in on it. I couldn't just leave her alone, looking like she was about to cry, so I stuck around for a bit. She told me everything that happened in whispers. She probably figured I wasn't the type to spread the stuff around. But she never asked for my help. She told me that she was fine and to keep it a secret. Michio, why? She probably thought she just had to grit her teeth till it was through. She was naive. I tried to tell her that if you give guys like that an inch, they'll take a mile. She kept saying about how it was her punishment. She was soft. No. Of course, Jonochi didn't change. He kept on doing what he was doing. I don't understand either of them, but that's as much as I was involved. And then she killed herself. Nothing I can do about it now. He told me if you knew about it, then why didn't you? You trying to say it's my fault? She told me not to say anything. She told me she was fine. So what the hell more responsibility do I have other than what I already did? Yako, there's no point blaming Hitomi. Michio, why? Wow. Do you hear what this dirt was? Nope, never heard what it was. But from the sound of it, he'd been blackmailing her since about a year ago. For that long? That dick probably caught her doing something she shouldn't have been. She looked well behaved, but there's more to a person than meets the eye, you know? There must be some reason. Don't know, got nothing to do with me. Sounds about right. So last night, how did it start? Ah, right. Remember that nosy cop I mentioned who was always on my case? He died at the former Yasuda Gardens a couple days ago. Yoshimi was his name. He was part of the juvenile division. He didn't look like a cop at all, real rough guy, but good at looking out for folks, so he was the only one I could talk to. Huh, so there was someone like that with the police. Too bad he ended up dying. Oh, and another thing, one time he suddenly introduced his fiancée to me. It was hilarious seeing a big guy like that act like a shy little kid all of a sudden. She told me that she was like me when she was my age and that she was on my side. It must have been a terrible loss for her too. Yeah, I do feel a little bad for her when I think about how sad she must be. And I saw him at the gardens the night he died. Oh no. Whenever I would get worked up over something, Yoshimi always took me straight to the park. Then he'd listen to whatever it was I was pissed off about. That day, he called me over there like usual. But something seemed off about him, like he was worried about something. Worried about something? Yeah, he asked me for a favor too. That was pretty unusual. A favor? What kind of favor? He handed me a weird talisman and he asked me to hold on to it for him. A talisman? Yeah, just a normal good luck charm. I figure if that's it, then sure, I'll take it. I have it with me now. But that wasn't all. Then he told me that he wanted me to look for a talisman Michio Shiraishi had that looked like this one. Huh? Michio? What does she have to do with this? Yoshimi had been meeting up and talking with her. While they were together, he noticed that she had like a special talisman or something. But apparently, Michio always avoided the subject. A talisman that Michio had. He knew that I knew her, so that's why he asked me, he said. Could there have been something that Michio couldn't tell even the police about? I know things at home were a little complicated. From what I heard, Michio was keeping her mouth shut about what Jonochi was doing to her. Hard to talk with the cops when someone's got dirt on you. And I didn't squeal on anything about Michio either. Michio, what is it that had such a strong grip on you? So basically, Yoshimi didn't just have his eye on Michio, but her talisman too. But after she died, he didn't know where it ended up. So since I knew her from school, he wanted me to look into it for him. Is there something special about the two talismans? I wonder why he gave it to you. Hell if I know. When I looked inside it, there's just a weird, kind of grimy scrap of wood. So you've seen inside it. But from the way he was acting, it seemed important to him somehow. But to be honest, what he was asking is such a pain in the ass. I figured he had to be serious about it. Oh, and since he died right after that. Yeah, he even said to me, if anything happens to me, take those two talismans. Give them to a guy named Nakagoshi at the police department. Knowing what I know now, he probably felt that something was gonna happen to him. Nakagoshi? Do you know him, Mio? No, I've just heard the name, I think. So there really is a Nakagoshi. That's a relief, at least. Anyway, it didn't feel right just ignoring a dead guy's last request. He told me. Yeah? That talisman. Would you mind if I had a look at it? Sorry, but I don't trust you all that much yet. It's important to me. Oh, okay. It's very... oh, okay. So last night you were looking for the talisman Michio had? Yeah. And I figured that piece of garbage teacher would know the most about Michio. I asked him yesterday afternoon if he knew anything about her talisman. He gave me some cryptic response like, I can't talk about it now, come to the school tonight. He even gave me the code to the lock on the back entrance. He seemed pretty willing to give it out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's used it for secret meetings before. Yuck, I can only imagine. We climbed over the front gate to get in. So yeah, we met up in the classroom in the middle of the night. But nothing he said made any sense. Like that I was really Michio and stuff like that. He went on and on about how it was my fault and that if only I hadn't been around or something. He grabbed a hold of me, breathing heavily. Were you okay? Yeah, that's right when you two showed up. I was able to get away while Jonochi was freaking out. Oh my gosh, good thing you got away. So it's really all thanks to you two that I got away. But I didn't get any info about the talisman, so the whole thing was sort of a bust. Afterward, I was wondering what you two were up to, so I hid nearby. Then I saw you and old man Ashimiya talking, and then Mio showed up. Oh, you did? That's also why I saw Jonochi come back outside and bite it. I see. So you were only here to look for Michio's talisman. Okay. I was dumb to fall for that creep Jonochi's trap so easy. It could have gone a lot worse, but I lucked out. Okay. So that's why you do the job you do, huh, Mio? I thought she was a weirdo when she showed up all of a sudden saying she was going to exorcise me. If you hadn't said anything, I probably would have knocked your lights out. You tried to perform an exorcism on her without telling her anything? You see, in my experience, most people don't understand no matter how much I explain. They only accept my explanation after they see the results. Huh, I guess that makes sense. That's all I know about that asshole's death. Hey, Mio, I've been thinking about something. The way she described it reminded me of something. The way Mr. Jonochi died, it sounds a lot like how Michio died. Of course, I didn't see it myself, but the state Michio's body was in, it was like she had fallen from high up. Could they have been killed by the same curse? I don't think so. The curses of the 7 mysteries hadn't manifested when she died. And if we can trust what the spirit board said, then Michio died in an accident. Oh, right. What you described does sound like Michio killed Mr. Jonochi. She didn't have a reason to hate him after all. No way! You mean that really was her ghost? Like, for real? Those who die bearing strong resentment or regret can occasionally become spirits, either bound to a place or roaming freely. However, it usually be impossible for them to kill the living. Most don't have that kind of power. But it's possible they could possess someone close to them to act on those lingering regrets. Huh, wonder if that's what happened. Alright, then supposing what the spirit board said is true and Michio's death was an accident, then she must have had some regrets. If she really hadn't given up on living, that is. I don't think she was the kind of girl who would just give up no matter what the situation. I don't really know, but she didn't seem like she had something tormenting her so much that she'd kill herself. And that's all I know. Happy? I still gotta look for the talisman. Sure, thank you, Hitomi. Oh, and if you two find out anything about Michio's talisman, we'll be sure to let you know. Thanks. Oh, can we get your contact info? Where can we normally find you? Right, I'm not at home most of the time. Usually I'm at a friend's place. Here's the phone number. Thanks. We'll call her if we need to talk with you. And why is it? You're easier to talk to than I imagined. I was kinda scared at first, but not anymore. Shut up! You were the one avoiding me. Anyway, catch you later. And don't die out there, okay? Thanks, we'll be careful. Pretty sure I've read through all that, but sure, I don't remember shit. Alright then. We got a lot of new information. Sounds like Mr. Jonochi was killed by a curse, just as we thought. Which means there was a curse bearer at the school. Multiple, in fact. Multiple? You think so? Yes, the curse echo we experienced in the school and the one that killed Mr. Jonochi seem to be different. The people in the school at the time, other than us, were Mr. Jonochi, he told me, and old man Ashimiya, who you ran into. I was thinking it would be among them, but there was one more person he told me saw a girl in a school uniform with braids. From what he told me was saying, it doesn't seem like she's the one. Mr. Jonochi is pretty suspicious though. If he were a curse bearer, it would certainly explain why he was killed. Right, that's why I say there are multiple. Oh right, the person who killed Mr. Jonochi would have to be one too. Which means it must be either the mysterious girl or old man Ashimiya. Yeah, we should certainly be careful of them. That said, the mysterious girl and the fact that Mr. Jonochi thought it was Michio that was attacking him has me wondering. Of course I doubt Michio herself was actually there, but... Oh, I just remembered. I also saw Mr. Araishi outside the main gate last night. You did? It's likely he's involved with the curses given that he's the one doing research on the rite of resurrection. So we'll have to be careful of Old Man Ashimiya and Mr. Araishi. I want to believe that not all curse bearers will be hostile, but... As for what to do now, I'd like to find who is responsible for the Feast of Shadows that set this off and how they did it. I don't think we'll be able to end this without stopping it at its source. Huh, that makes sense. In which case, next we should do what exactly? We need to talk with Mr. Araishi. He definitely knows something. It should be safer during the day, so I think we should try to look for him. Got it. I'll help in any way I can. But the school is closed. I wonder where he could be. Let's try hitting some place someone may know where he is. Where to go then? Where to go indeed? Candy shop, bridge, high school, another bridge, gardens. I guess we'll go from the top. Komagata Bridge. And so, Mio Kurosuzu and Yako Sakazaki decided on their next location to investigate. Okay. What the heck? We go back. It's not the bridge. Do we go to the high school again? Nope. Not at the candy shop either, huh? all this and so. Please. It doesn't seem like this is it either. Yep, it's not it either. Is there any other places? No, it's only those places. Okay, so there's a pause on these girls. That one is not unlocked yet. Let's go back here. Oh, the girls are there. Huh? That's... Boss, what is it? You wanna talk to those girls? I do. Yeah, I do. This is divine intervention. We were brought here for a reason. Come on, Ariel. Huh? What? Hey, aren't you? You must be that high schooler skirting the child labor lords who I've heard so much about. Say that again? Sorry about that. It's with me. Mr. Susumi, if that's how you feel, maybe you should look into improving my working conditions. I prefer not to work for free, to be honest. Don't you worry about that. If you help us out, you can have whatever you want. Boss's treat. Wait. Really? Thank you so much. I've always wanted to go to a fancy sushi place. Oh yeah, one of those places in Ginza? I've never been. Let's go. We've got ourselves a deal, right boss? The girls are at our service. Oh, hold on now. What just happened? I never said I'd... Sushi? Looking forward to it, boss. Wait, since when were you included? You guys are funny. You should do stand-up. Asking the policeman to do stand-up, okay? Mio Kurosuzu, she's like a disciple of the Paranormal Affairs Chief. I've heard that she helps out with investigations free of charge under the guise of training. Although she's my old boss's protege, I don't know how to read that. She helped me out plenty while I was in Paranormal Affairs. She may look meek, but she's got a strong spirit sense, sharp instincts, can't read, sharp instincts, and courage. Has quite the brain to back it all up. That said, I can't help but think there's some kind of darkness following her around. Okuru. So this is Yako Sakazaki. She was with Mio. Will she be a friend? Did Mio finally make a friend? If she did, it will do this old man's heart good. But I better not say that out loud. Don't want to make her look bad. So how much have you been able to figure out? Well, I know what happened around midnight last night. Someone invoked the Feast of Shadows, which boosts the power of curses, then brought forth the 7 mysteries of Conjure. That allows even those who do not have the power to cast curses to gather soul drags for the rite of resurrection. At least, that's my hypothesis. Sounds about right so far. As I'm sure you know, there are actually 9 mysteries, not 7. When the Feast of Shadows were cast, the cursed stones appeared before those who wanted the right at the locales of the 7 mysteries. We've managed to gather 3 cursed stones so far, including the one I got first, the Evergreen Beach. You got 3 already? Wow! You have the cursed stone of the Fool's Possession. Well, Yako, the girl standing behind me, does. That's me, Yako, the girl standing behind me. Oh. She does? Is she alright? We could take it off your hands. Well, the Feast of Shadows has no effect during the day, and there's still something I want to find out. Alright, I'll leave the fool's possession with you too then. Thank you. Please keep collecting the other crystals. I'll be looking for a way to stop the Feast of Shadows. Okay, got it. That should make things go more smoothly. What about the other curse bearers? Have you run into any of them? Well, last night at school... You were here last night? Yes, you see. Oh. You two were using a spirit board? That's so cool! You're like a kid. So that's when you ran into the cursed echo. I'm glad you survived the encounter. Somehow, we managed to get away without accidentally setting it off. The cursed echo we saw took the shape of a woman missing an arm and a leg. What? A woman missing an arm and a leg? That's... I have to look at my files. 7 mysteries... Is it this one? The Whispering Canal? No. The Fool's Possession is what I already have. And in the earrings is the Beckoning Light? No. You have that one. You have that one. I don't think it's this one. Ah, the one-sided reed. It's the one-sided reed. The one-sided reed? This is bad. Huh? What's so bad about that one? You idiot! Think! The curse bearer of the one-sided reed is... I don't know. I don't know. Ooh. Let me... Last time I played was in March of 2023. Damn. Let's save right here. Who is it? Jonoshi? Araishi? Who is Tawako Hayashi? Doesn't seem like we know that person. Who is it? No. Archie. I don't know who. I don't remember. Who is who? Yeah. What's that called? None. Who else? Yutaro? It's food washing, so it's not him. Burning lamp. It doesn't seem like we know who it is. Oh, Fumishika Nejima. That's a random guest. He admitted it himself. That's his curse.